Welcome to the Lexi Roxx Show. Did you know?
Hey guys, welcome to my show, the Lexi Roxx Show. Just in case you haven't seen my shows, did you know I'm Cuban? Now you know. This show we're going to dedicate it to the 90s, early 90s alternative grunge era. To me, it's still rock and roll. The industry called it grunge, alternative, whatever. It was the breakthrough and the ending of the glam rock era, which I'm a glam rocker and I would die a glam rocker. But I have to admit, I did welcome the grunge alternative era. Nirvana's, the Pearl Jams, the Green Days, great music. You know, they looked like shit, but they had great songs, you know what I mean? They looked like they woke up out of bed or whatever, no makeup, no hair done, whatever, but that was their thing, from Seattle, you know? Anyway, let's start with Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Are you kidding me? Before I get to Teen Spirit, big album. If you don't mind, I'm gonna have my martini. Give me a second. Thank you guys. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Nirvana broke the whole grunge alternative era from Seattle. Kurt Cobain, genius, the lyrics, the music. Dave Grohl on drums, which, as you guys know, Dave Grohl fronts his band, the Foo Fighters. Amazing. Foo Fighters never disappoints me. Dave Grohl never disappoints. Nirvana never disappoint with the few songs they had out, one album, two albums, whatever. Amazing. They had Smells Like Teen Spirits for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Another great band from Seattle, Pearl Jam, one of my favorites. The first debut album, 10, with Alive and Even Flow. Amazing. It's rock and roll. It's not alternative. It's not grunge. It's called rock and roll. Okay? Green Day, with their debut album, Dookie, from San Francisco. They were great. Did you guys know that when Green Day got a record deal, their local fans from San Francisco said they were pissed off at Green Day? What are you doing? You're going mainstream? They're like, yeah, we're getting a record deal. We're going to be rich and famous. That's what it's about. I mean, it's about making it big, but by making it big, meaning you're going to make money and you're going to be famous on TV. Their fans didn't want that. Okay, whatever. I mean, that's part of it. You have to grow. You have to get out of your town and grow for the rest of the world to see you, what you're about. So they're like, screw you guys, sorry, but we got a record deal. So they had great songs and just Green Day, speaking of Green Day also, they just released a new song. I think it's pretty cool, Bang Bang. It's about celebrities these days or anyone on the internet trying to become famous by doing stupid things like shooting somebody, like killing somebody. That's what the song is about. Bang Bang, check it out. Green Day's new song. It's pretty cool. They rock. Another punk alternative grunge band here from California, Huntington Beach. They got together in '84. It took them 10 years to make it big. In '94, they were signed to an indie label, but it wasn't until '94. Offspring got signed to a major deal with songs like Gone Away and Self-Esteem. I love those guys. Those songs just rock. They fucking rock. And yeah, sorry, I curse on my show, guys, because right here, everything goes. It's not like these pussy shows out there that they want to bleep everything out. Everything goes at the Lexi Roxx Show. So it's rock and roll. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. My rock and roll fans, that's right. Yeah, the horns, Dio. Rest in peace, Dio. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, Dio, it's the guy, the rock and roll singer from the band Dio, Rainbow, and all these bands, and fronted Black Sabbath when they kicked out Ozzy. You know, he came out with the whole horn sign, the rock and roll. Anyways, now back to the Offspring. Let's talk about their success, major success. Like I said, it took them 10 years plus. They got a record deal from Huntington Beach. They fought for what they believe in, the punk rock and roll. Love the sound, the vocals. The vocals on that singer, if you listen to it, it's like in your face. It wasn't, you know, all compressed. It wasn't an effect. You hear a little effect, like maybe a reverb, but it's like in your face. It's kind of hard to describe. And listen to it. It's awesome. Gone Away and Self-Esteem and many, many, many more. They went through a few drummers and whatnot, like a lot of bands do. but their success still grows. And if you guys haven't checked out, just so you know, 99, 2000, 2001, Offspring released, to me, it was a comedy punk song. It was about, if the video was hilarious. It was a joke, and it was about this nerd kid going around trying to be cool. You guys got to check it out. But anyways, Offspring, great band. Another band, I'm going to go back to Pearl Jam, if you guys don't mind. Pearl Jam from Seattle. The musicians were from Seattle, but guess where they got the singer, Eddie Vedder? San Francisco. How they worked that out, I have no clue, and I don't care. They put that shit together right, and that shit was slamming and hot. Pearl Jam, okay? I had to go back to Pearl Jam. I'm sure you guys don't mind. Pearl Jam, great band. Okay? Now, also, the 90s, 80s, grunge, 90s, 80s. I'm still in the 90s, 80s, you know. Guns N' Roses, Poison, which I love. Back to the 90s, guys. Please don't shoot me. The 90s grunge alternative era, which to me is rock and roll. Like the Rolling Stone says, this rock is only rock and roll, but I love it. Yeah, it's only rock and roll. It's great music. So, Soundgarden, another band from Seattle. Okay, great band. Chris Cornell. I don't know what you guys feel about this. Chris Cornell, to me, as a solo artist, I think his vocals are rocking way more than what he did with Soundgarden. My opinion, guys. His vocal range when he went solo, freaking amazing. When he did that solo record in 2000, 2001, phenomenon, amazing. And then he went on to front Audioslave, which are the guys from Rage Against the Machine. Okay, just got another new singer. They had great songs too. Soundgarden, awesome band. They had a little Led Zeppelin kind of, influence in there in the guitar and whatnot. The drummer from Soundgarden then later became the drummer from Pearl Jam. Switching bands, that's how it is. One drummer goes to another band or whatever, that's how it is. Pearl Jam went through many drummers. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. But anyways, so that was that with Soundgarden. Last but not least, my favorite band of the 90s, Stone Temple Pilots, as we like to call it, STP. Okay? The frontman, Scott Weiland, rest in peace, Scott Weiland, that passed away last year. Okay? In November, something that pissed me off. Everybody was passing away in the industry. Glenn Frey, you name it. David Bowie, which I love. All these people I love. Prince, everyone. They didn't speak about fucking Scott Weiland. That pissed me off. That the media never spoke about. I'm talking about, and I'm not going to name any names. They didn't speak about Scott Weiland. Why? He's famous. He's a legend, a rock and roll guy. I don't understand that. Anyways, Scott Weiland, the man with the million voice. Why? Because as you rockers and as you STP fans know, STP Scott Weiland from their first album, Core, amazing in 92, 93, from Purple, the second album, Purple, to Tiny Music, every song was a hit on the record. Every song he changed his voice, his vocals, his verses, his everything. Amazing. The DeLeo brothers, Robert and Dean on guitars and bass, and Eric on drums. Insane. A great fucking band. I love those guys. Too bad he's not around anymore. STP would never be the same without Scotty. Scotty, as you know, fronted then Velvet Revolver with Slash and the guys from Guns N' Roses. A hit. I love that. The Velvet Revolver with Scott Weiland. It could not happen without Scotty. No other singer could have pulled that off. Because Scott Weiland, again, what did I say in the beginning of the show? Rock and roll. He was from, what? STP. Alternative? Fuck that. It's called rock and roll. So he felt perfect. He got into the leather pants when he joined Slash and the boys from Guns N' Roses. Because, the whole look is different. But if you guys recall, when they did the Purple album, STP, you see Scott Weiland finally wearing eyeliner and getting a little feminine on the music videos because that was really him. He couldn't do it on the first album because the industry, as we all know, kind of ties your hands a little bit, and doesn't really give you freedom to do what you want to do as an artist. So when I saw Core and Tiny Music and Scotty went all glammed out, I'm like, fuck yeah, That's who he really is. And of course, the label let him do that because they had sold millions already from their first album, Core, Plush. Remember that? I know you guys remember that. Plush and many, many more. Anyways, rest in peace, Scott Weiland, Stone Temple Pilots. Last time I checked, they're looking for a new singer. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna be the same. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen. They tried with Chester from Linkin Park. Chester did a great job, but his commitment to Linkin Park, he couldn't really commit himself anymore to STP, and Scott Weiland is STP. I'm sorry. You can't replace that guy. As an artist, I get it. You have to continue. The show must go on, like Queen says. The show must go on, and you have to find another singer. But Scotty's one of those singers that you can't replace. It's like we're trying to replace Axl. You can't. Trying to replace Robert Plant. You cannot. Ever. You can't replace Paul McCartney. You can't replace John Lennon. What, are you kidding me? It would never happen. So anyways, you guys, that's all I have for the grunge era. The early 90s alternative grunge era. Punk. Okay? It's still rock and roll at the end of the day. Love all those bands. I hope you guys enjoy the show. And till next time, give me 1 second. You guys, I know I gotta have my shot, my drink, whatever, my wine, my cocktail, whatever. So I want to thank you guys for the support, for the likes. That's it. And to all my fans, till next time, here's to you. Peace.
Stay tuned for next time. You never know what you'll find out.